Hey there everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay. For those of you who are new here, we're happy to have you with us. Today we're in a little different surroundings. We thought we'd do a bit of recording outside, and it's such beautiful weather at the moment. What I'm going to talk about today is a new camera. Bought a new camera recently. Up to now I've been recording on a Canon R700 camcorder. It's fantastic. It does a great job. I don't continue to use it, but it was time for me to move up to a better camera, better footage, more getting into actual photography as well, which the camcorder really isn't designed to do. Unfortunately, I'm a beginner with all that. I don't understand all of the different manual settings and everything like that. My extent of photography experience is pick up a point and shoot and click it. You know, I started looking at reviews online to get an idea of for cameras that I could afford, that were in my budget or price range, and to see what ones were good, what ones were people recommending. And I found that all of the, or most of the reviews out there were by more professional or more experienced photographers. Well, that's great because they have the knowledge. Unfortunately, most of that knowledge is meaningless to me because I'm so new at it all. I didn't know what most of it meant anyway. So, this is my review of the Canon EOS M6 for beginners by a beginner. So that's just a quick little view of when I unboxed the camera. I'm not going to go into a big long unboxing. That's not what this video is about. You can see what was in the box, what came with it and everything. What I do want to talk about is what I found with this camera as a beginner, as a newbie, after I took it out of the box, charged the battery of course. What was my experience then? I'm not going to go into all the stats and technical specifications and everything like that because as a beginner I found most of that didn't mean a whole lot to me. And still many of the things I still struggle with. I'm still learning. I did find, and the most important thing for me initially, I did find when I took that camera out, charged up the battery, put it in, picked it up and turned it on, I could immediately start taking great photos. Not fantastic money-making, professional photos. I could take fantastic photos. Automatic settings and such with this camera and the ease of use out of the box were phenomenal, okay? That's without knowing all the different things about all the different manual settings and what does what and how each affects what. That takes time to learn. That being said, there's a lot of videos on YouTube teaching what all these different things mean and how to use them. And in viewing those, I found I've been able to learn and accomplish a lot in a short period of time. So the learning curve on this camera is fairly good. It's got a great touchscreen system as well as physical buttons. It has, the screen is very visible no matter what the lighting conditions are. The menu system on it is phenomenal. Very intuitive, very easy to follow and to maneuver through and everything. Canon seems to be very good with that. That seems to be something that's, and at the camera stores and at the salespeople would tell me that as well. You can spend more on other cameras, but these are great for beginners because of those features. Okay, so the autofocus on it is, I guess, phenomenal and a leader in the industry, even with their, call it an entry level or a beginner's level camera pricing and that. The autofocus on this, on face tracking, no matter where I move, it stays focused. It's easy to focus with. It's just very phenomenal. Excellent for beginners. Another great feature with the M6 is the image stabilization. And you can turn that on. There's several different levels of it. The lenses have image stabilization in them as well. Sorry, I just washed my tongue and I can't do a thing with it. There's lots of examples on YouTube out there of with the stabilization on and off. Since most of what I do is on a tripod, I don't have an example at the present time for you. Take a look at some other videos on YouTube and you'll see it makes a big difference, and it's very good with these. Some of the other features that I've used fairly soon after just starting up with it, again as a beginner, is in one case, and you'll see in one of my other videos, the farmer's market video, I did a time-lapse. Well, it has a time-lapse capability built right in. You set the settings, very intuitive, set it down, get it focused up, and let it roll. Oh, pardon me. The time-lapse functions on it are very good. You can record in multiple different speeds. I think most of the stuff I do initially is at 24 frames per second. I can go up to 60 frames per second in high definition. It's great for video, photography, full range of settings and everything for all your different photography needs, whatever you're doing. I've done nighttime starscape photography. I've done bright daylight photography and everything in between. And although not all of my pictures are great, again, beginner, still learning, it is possible and it works well. Now this particular camera, the kit that I got, is regular $1,150 in our area. I got it after all was said and done at a whopping discount down to $520. Now this one comes with the 15 to 45 millimeter kit lens. There's, I think the other kit lens that's popular with these cameras in different places, the 18 to 55 millimeter. They're both great lenses. I've got the 15 to 45 and I have found it's phenomenal, has done everything I needed it to do so far. It's a great all-around general purpose lens. Another thing that I love about this camera, and I found I really use a lot when I'm doing long exposure shots, nighttime photography especially, is that it's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And you can control this thing from a distance. Now when I was looking up how to do nighttime photography, nighttime shots, shots of the starry sky and that at night, long exposure pictures, everyone says the same thing, and I understand why, that you need to hook up a remote trigger. So you don't touch the camera when you go to take the picture or you'll introduce camera shake in a long exposure shot. This, we don't need it. You can plug one in, but you don't need to because you can do it through Wi-Fi. We've got an old cell phone, my son's last cell phone before he updated and upgraded and everything. It's not hooked up, it doesn't have a SIM card in it or anything, but it works for its Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So what I do is I connect to the camera once it's set up on the tripod and I've got my composition and everything and where I'm going to shoot, got my focusing set and everything. I'll connect with a Canon app, it's free. With this I can change all the settings, I can trigger the shots, I can go into bulb mode, which means basically that's as long as you hold the shutter down, the shutter stays open and it continues. So I think the long exposure, I can set this to 30 seconds, but if I want one longer, I can set it to bulb mode, click the button on here, and wait. I can go a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, click the button again, and it'll stop the shot. And it's all done remote from a distance. I mean, I can be standing next to it, I can be 20 feet away, where I'm not touching it or introducing any shape to the camera on the tripod, all through remote control right there. How many of us don't have an old phone around from when we've upgraded that you wouldn't be able to use for that? It's great. So the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities are fantastic on this. You can do everything on the remote, on a Wi-Fi remote for your camera. Change every setting, everything, whatever you need to do. It's right there. All right, so here we are over onto the Vixie R700 because I wanted to show you some of the things with the camera. And I can't do that when I'm filming on it. So, this is the M6, EOS M6 by Canon. All right, you saw me take it out of the box and everything, so that's all there. One of the features that I was speaking about was the external mic jack right here. It is smaller and lighter than a regular DSLR. Very easy to hold and use for vlogging even. Also with the addition of, say, even one of the small mini Gorilla Pods, I think this is the 1K. You can hold it out and do your vlogging very easily with it. I won't put that on at the moment because I have my tripod mount on the bottom of it. So, this has the, as I had said before, the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. Very good lens. It's got the articulating screen. Now, what we meant by the articulating screen is it doesn't just flip up. It can be adjusted to almost any angle. What I found was very helpful with this was, for example, if I was shooting down low, had it set way down at ground level, I could then, oh, let me get in the frame here, I could then tip this screen so I can see it looking down at the camera, okay? And it's very, very visible, even during bright sunlight, bright daylight. We've got some, a family with some kids and that with their bikes and that going across the parking lot nearby here, so there might be a little bit of noise. I'm hoping not too much of that translates over. If it does, sorry about that. I am in a park on a beautiful Sunday, so, and it's wonderful to see the kids having a great time. So, okay, the articulating screen, it's a nice big screen. Let's turn it on so you can see. I won't go through all the options and everything, but I will show you. Oh, there we go. Nice, good, big size screen. You can see my finger there with it. If I go to the menu system, you can see me flipping through the different levels of the menus. It's very easy to use. That's my main point here. It gives a really nice large image for whatever you're shooting. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can tell I'm a brand newbie at this. Duh. It gives a nice big screen. It gives you lots of information, but it's fully customizable. You can have as much information up on the screen as you want. You can have it reduced. You can have your rule of thirds grid up there to help you. It is perfect for beginners. There is so much that it helps you with. Now, I've been talking and praising this camera like crazy. All these great things. It's a fantastic, best thing since sliced bread. But like any product, especially more budget range products, you're going to find that it does have some drawbacks too. And these are the drawbacks I've noticed right off the bat, and as a beginner, they make the biggest impact to me. One of the main things was it has a hot shoe mount right up at the top here. Thought would be fantastic and perfect for my microphone to fit onto. Not the case. What happens when you mount a microphone, light, anything like that on it, you're standing out in front, you go to flip the screen up, the microphone will not let the screen pop up all the way, and as much as it does, it blocks what you'd be seeing on the screen anyway. So it's rather useless in that usage. There are ways of getting around that. And I'll talk about a couple of how I've overcome a couple of these cons in just a minute. One of the things I have learned too is when I'm not using the camera, put the lens caps on, have a cleaning kit with the poofer. I've got one here. Very important. So when you're buying a new camera, spend a couple of bucks and get something to help with that. Another thing that I found was the battery. Got a great battery. Comes with a 1040 milliamp hour lithium-ion rechargeable battery. It's good. Lasts quite a while. Very impressed with it. However, the drawback here for me, you've got the one battery. If you want more than one battery, so you've got spares so you can record longer when you're out and about, they run about $75 to $80 each Canadian for these Canon batteries, 1040 milliamp hours. That wouldn't be so bad if I could recharge this on the fly, but I can't. It comes with a charge unit, just snaps into place like that, but you have to plug it into the wall. My car doesn't have a 110 wall outlet in it, so this becomes a problem. I can only recharge this once I get home. Plug it into a wall and recharge it. So if I use up all the power in the battery while I'm out and about, that's it. Filming stops. I may not be ready to stop filming or taking pictures. Well, I realized that we finished all that shooting of stuff, all my rambling and everything, and I forgot to do an outro. So that's what we're going to do here now. I appreciate all of you coming by and watching the video. I hope it was very helpful. So in the end, my opinion, and that's what it is just my opinion. That and a toonie will get you coffee at Timmy's. But in my opinion, the Canon EOS M6 is, I think, about the best, if not the best, beginner's camera to move up into, to get into photography. Videography, it's great for vlogging and everything. It's a small footprint, it's not a big heavy camera, it has a flip up screen. There are options to help with the external microphones and everything. It's got great lenses and great access to other lenses for all your different photography and videography needs at a reasonable beginner's price. When you're looking at cameras, great cameras out there for, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, you can find one that's between $500 and $1,000 that has all the capabilities this has. That's worth looking at for a beginner, definitely. So thanks for joining me for this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Let other people know about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I don't put videos up on a regular schedule as yet. I still work full-time and we're still working on that. But we are getting a lot more done now that I have the new camera in that as well. And leave me some comments in the comments section. Let me know what you think of this. Would you like to see more of this type of thing? What would you like to see? And let's see where this can go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope it was helpful. Go out. Have yourselves a great day.